Welcome back to the 13th episode of the Talos 2 blind playthrough. Yeah, it's going down. We are exploring the epic Anthropic Hills. I say it's epic because from what I've seen, it looks epic. Giant sculptures, vast landscapes. It's probably the most... trying to be descriptive here. The most large area. No, but truly, it's so vast. It's so big. I don't need to have crazy descriptive words to tell you what this place looks like. It's insane. And I'm very excited to, explore this magnificent area. This is West 2. There's only one more area after this. Then possibly some golden puzzles. I have to be careful with in-game stuff. I don't know what that entails. I'm just going to play it by ear, if you will. But without further ado, let's start part 13, Anthropic Hills. Let's play. How's it going? How's it going? There's my game progress. We're at 31 hours and 32 minutes. Everything's at 83%, so progress is doing well. We're doing well there. I am recovering from a food coma. Have you ever been so hungry and then you ate so much a bit too fast and then you just had to lay down? Yeah, I just did that. One Breaking Bad episode. Anywho, let's do this thing. Anthropic Hills. That's a good enough intro. So just bear with me if I'm very... is my point. Solve puzzles 0 through 8. Let's just take another gander. I'm so excited. I've been pushing off Neo for this game. I tell you what. I might do a Neo sesh after this. I don't know. I might do 2 levels. I might do West 3. I might not. I probably won't. But you never know. This looks like a... No, it doesn't. Wow. I don't imagine you can get to those areas. I can finally take it all in. Look at this, man. That's our tower, huh? It looks like, if you look at the compass there, it looks like he's wearing headphones. He's got like 3 cans on his head. Anyway, let's check out this first audio log. Who is this?
Hello there, Byron. What can I do for you?
I don't know if I got through to Athena. Things are going very wrong in this city, and she has to do something about it.
Does she?
Who else are they going to listen to?
Well, I don't know. How about you?
I'm an explorer, Cornelius, not a leader. I don't know how to convince anyone.
So? Do you think Athena and I are somehow different? We're just people, Byron. We're no wiser than you are, just a little older.
Just people. They're just people. Cornelius seems wise. So, first puzzle is built into this sculpture here. Wow. That's so crazy. Okay. Level 1. What is the new technology? I know we saw in one of the labs the thing that like exploded and then it took down a force field. I wonder if that is involved in this level. Universal activation. Take Activator. And it is blue. Select. Huh. All right. Interesting. So these connect 2 emitters and they activate the force field. Simple enough for now. They are color specific. specific? Can it go through? No, not quite. So therefore... all we have are activators. Can they relay from each other? I mean, that doesn't seem to make sense, does it? Is this... what happens? We have to experiment. You actually cannot even connect to it. It's a one-way thing. Not quite. So we have to figure out a way to get the blue emitter here. But we have a line of sight issue. Of course, let's I'd like to go back in here and just kind of look around a bit more. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Because from a pure logic standpoint right now, I don't understand. That's endgame, huh? So we can't do anything special besides selecting other things. That didn't activate this one, did it? No, you still can't connect to it. This doesn't do anything. Connecting to that doesn't do anything. Because of the blue wall, of course. So we have to figure out a way... Still not quite enough to activate this force field. And that simply just doesn't work. Coming out here, this is cool. So this is exactly what we saw in the whatchamacallit? The Lost Lab. So these only have a specific amount of radius. Yeah, to be honest right now, I have absolutely no idea. It's cool though, you can kind of see their range. And they make a noise. It makes a noise when you're in the specific spot. This is interesting. Maybe there's something I'm missing over here. Just curious. Why does it seem like... Does it... Just setting this down in inside of an already activated force field expands it. Is that what's happening? That seems to be what's happening. Therefore, now I don't know what the logic of why that's happening, but I think if I sit this guy, say here, maybe establish a connection here. That's exactly what's happening. However, I kind of want this to be in range so I can now pick this up. Now, I don't know why that's occurring. Of course, I don't understand the science of what an activator does. Of course, but I don't know why inverted colors are expanding the range. I guess I can stop worrying about the why and just understand that is the mechanic. And run with it. And I'm not even connecting it to anything. I'm just setting it down.
I just wanted to say that I appreciate the work all of you have been doing. I know I'm not a natural leader like Byron, but it means a lot to me that you've stuck with me.
Sure. Yeah, so this is some experimentation. I like the first puzzles in every level because you kind of like, what am I doing? Till you figure it out. Some come easier than others. It usually seems around 10 minutes. I'm like, all right, I get it. We're heading to 2. So sick. And who are these people? I think they're gonna hide something around here. Maybe not. Maybe. Gotta keep your eyes up and down. Keep them everywhere. But sometimes they be hiding sparks. Prometheus sparks. 2 is over yonder. Is this jumpable? No. Okay, activators. They activate force fields. In other words, it seems like they jam them almost. However you want to call it. I mean, it's an activator, therefore it's activating. It's activating a force field. The act of bringing it down. To me, that doesn't really make sense. If you're like activating a force field, it seems like you're putting it up. Holy crap. Erin Fitzgerald rated me with the party of 17. Coop J23. Thanks so much for the follow. Yo, what's up, everybody? Did you guys just finish? I was in her stream way earlier. How fun is this? I can't even keep up. Hey everybody, we were sent here to raid you. The Eric Draves, thanks so much for the follow. Oh, you did West 2 and 3. I was gonna say. It took me a little bit to understand the activator. I still don't understand why they doubly activate. Aloha. Now you go back to get Byron tomorrow. Oh, I'm excited. I've been missing Byron. Hello, hello, Mr. Bob. How you doing there? I gotta catch up. I don't want to miss anybody. Gordita, of course. Howdy. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much, Aaron. Activate. I did do some activating. I really appreciate the love. Thanks so much for the support. I mean, the support. But the raid is what I meant to say. Look at this place. Look at this place. Well, y'all already seen it. You just watched. Oh my God, look, there's a spirit right there. You just watched Aaron play. Athena. So cool. 17. That's crazy. Yeah, 6.5 hours. That's a stream. They can give clues. Well, I'll let them know if I need it. I like to bang my head into a wall until I start bleeding until I ask for hints. No, but I really appreciate it. You have a good night. Thanks so much. Glad you had a good stream. 6.5 hours. I've done that a few times, but very rare. See what happens when you're not in chat? All right. Let's do puzzle number 2. This is chain reaction. Now, kind of solid chain reaction. I almost feel like, just from the name, I'm going to want to, like, activate. I just hit my mic. Sorry about that. Activate, activate, activate. And then, like, bring the one to the front. We'll see. Totally just throwing theories out there. A rate of 17. Jesus. Right. It needs an emitter first. End goal is... I don't know how you would bring that down yet. How do you bring any of these down? Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We just have to do one thing at a time. And probably... Not only do activators bring down force fields, they bring down fences. Well, fences that are gates. Maybe I should have said gates. This should keep this up. Now we have 2. I guess I just have to accept that the technology of activators activates other activators. They're activators. They activate shit. Even activators. All right. I understand. I accept that. However, I need to keep this in line of sight. There's no opening of something else over there. Okay. Maybe we have enough distance, like, here? It was enough. Okay. So you can chain up until, well, until you can, I imagine. Like if I take out the lead one, do they all go away? They do. That's exactly it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. At first I'm like, why does, even they were opposite colors. They wanted to show me that right away. Red and blue don't matter. They will activate each other. Very cool. Now we have to figure out. And I'm thinking I want to maybe do it through the fence. I think that's kind of, they took me off the path to get the other one, but I think I actually want to come back here. This is very cool. Very interesting mechanic. I think, did that activate? Yes. The laser has to match color, but otherwise activators can activate each other no matter the color. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, Can I get deeper? Oh, you know what I can do? Ah, that's smart. I can create a new source. Well, hold on. It's kind of like creating independency with connectors. When you activate from the inside, but then you can do it from the, from the outside, but then you switch it to the inside. And now we have a new source. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a problem. I see. Well, who's to say I just can't have both here? Who's saying I can't do that? Wait a second. Is that... Yeah, no, you're totally right. Uh-oh, that's right. I think I'm onto something, though, potentially. I hope. There's no really good advantage this way. I like what we are doing here. You can't connect to each other. That's one thing that's... You have to have... I want to see... Okay, that's how it... So it goes... I am a millimeter away. We are talking literally millimeters. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Well, there's something I could be more efficient about. And it might involve just moving this one inside. That doesn't stay. I thought I created my own sword. Okay. We need to be in jam range. I'm calling it jam range. Activate range. Now I can pick this up. At least... I may have just reversed exactly what I did before. Well, I don't need to have that connection now. I should be the most efficient that I can be with this. Or am I going to lose it? Okay, I got to think. I got to think before I make a move. Keep this in range. Back this up right to, say, here. I messed up. I went out of sight. We're going to have to reset this, I think. Okay, but I have it. That's good stuff. 9 viewers. I've never seen that before. What world am I living in? The Erin Fitzgerald world. That's the world. Okay, we know what to do. This is good. We need to reuse. There's like a puzzle called recycling, I think. And I feel like I'm recycling. Let's back this up till here. This should, in theory, keep this alive. Yes. Now that I'm here, I can just simply put this as close to the fence. Why not bring it outside? We are outside. You know what? I completely forgot to get the other one. Getting ahead of myself, but I think that's what we need to do. I'm already connected to it. Yeah, this is good stuff. Let's work on one thing at a time, though. We're going to need 3 of these bad boys. Bring this as far as we can. I'm in jail now. Believe it or not, jail. Yeah, that was me. You're probably wondering how I got here. Oh, lordy. Okay. Boom. Mr. Bob. Alright, I like this. So we're going to want this to be... I mean, how much can I really push it? Let's find out. Why don't I pick this up from out here in case I mess up? See? Not quite enough. And truthfully, I'm wondering why it wasn't. It's a line of sight thing, you dingus. That's all. I gotta keep an eye on that more. I'm really gonna test the limits here, though. Perfect. Why don't we go outside now? Let's deselect. We don't need to be selected anymore. Oh yeah, that's gonna get me there. I like this. This is like all of the efficiency work you've done throughout the game. This is like the pinnacle. How efficient can you be? Love it. Activators. This is gonna get tough. This is going to get tough. I love that. You are in jail now. GG. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. So I wonder if the humans, the robots, built these. I guess Athena may have done that. Well, I don't know the full scope of the story yet, to be fair. If this is their idea of what a human looks like. Well, we're on 3. Ah, we have our first palm reader. Anthropos, The Folly of Time from Mitku. So there's a lot of new people here. Now, I don't claim to be a very good reader. The butchering will occur. Bear with me. Laugh at my expense. I don't mind. Correct me if you'd like. I'll try my best. Ah, I can't fuck this up. Hexadecimal string. Author, we don't know. Beulah, EXT2 location, however. The Folly of Time. This is from, and here it goes, Athena. I'm not even going to try. Athena something. I think it's like a shish type of sound. The Folly of Time from 42 Tales by, we're going to call that person A121. The spirit of time was angry at Stratton of Sagira, for the old philosopher had asked questions that were forbidden. If man is no more than dust, it said to him, then I shall turn you back to dust, and my winds will disperse you to the far corners of the world. Thus you will be nothing, and your questions will trouble me no more. And so time did, and Stratton of Sagira was nothing. But Stratton's voice did not cease, and time was perplexed. All across its domain it searched for Stratton, yet he was nowhere to be found. Only his books remained, and none of these men made copies, and Stratton's voice grew louder. Now time was furious, but Stratton laughed and laughed and laughed. Athanasius, like, I don't even know how to begin pronouncing that word. This is from Mitku. The author is Mitku. This is an archive message to Athena. Dear Athena, Byron once asked me why we seem unable to perceive the dam. I asked him what he meant, and he said that people cannot seem to really grasp the dam as an object. They can be moved by the sight of a mountain or a gorge, but the dam seems insignificant to them. Look at it, he told me. Just look at it and try to understand what people made that. Try to really see it. It took me a while to fully understand what he meant. It takes conscious effort to open one's mind to the ecstatic beauty that is hidden in every human accomplishment, and further conscious effort to maintain this ability. If only we were capable of seeing this beauty by default, the world might be a very different place. But it seems the ancients had the same problem. Why am I writing this to you, who may not even be reading these messages? Because today is one of those days when it feels like I'm the only one who still sees that beauty. Excuse me, I tried talking about it to Linux, But while I admire her principles, she isn't open to a more poetic experience. Or perhaps I just express myself awkwardly. I don't know. All I know is that it's hard to see something so beautiful and not be able to share it. Respectfully, Mitku. Yeah. Gosh, I can't get over that. This view is... I'm going to be in that at some point. Can't believe it. Okay, so I got off track. We're heading this way. You don't notice it. You think you're just running by a rock sculpture, but in reality, it's a man's arm. And I can't forget that there is a sprite back there, a Prometheus sprite. But this is puzzle number 3. Holy crap. Man's jacked. Okay. Let's do this thing. Permeability. I don't actually know what that word means, but I do know that we have a driller wall. We have a purple wall. Oh, this is going to get crazy. Now I have to understand the physics. I imagine the activating force field, or the activator field, penetrates all. It doesn't matter the surface. In fact, why don't we test that theory? Doesn't matter. It's going to do it. I don't see exactly how that helps me quite yet. Another activator. Okay. So I'm sort of seeing the idea here a little bit. We're obviously going to want to go... Well, hold on. I don't have a connector, so I'm missing that driller wall. I think I could climb in there and use this second activator to get us out. Perhaps? That's exactly what's happening. Now, to think about... It's not enough to keep it open. However, if we do this, we can keep this connection and bring it all the way to the wall here, which allows us to bring this out. Now we have everything outside. We have driller. I think I see what we need to do. My first thought is to put an activator inside and activate it, say, as close to this wall as we can. Because activator fields doesn't care. Is this enough? It is. Perfect. That's good. For now, I'm seeing the logic. I am following the logic. I like that.
I must admit, these truly are astonishing sights. But what on earth is any of it good for? Why not just let mountains be mountains?
You know, Herb, I don't know, buddy. I'm not crazy about the mayor being with me, but I'll live with it. Gosh, I can't get over how big this sculpture is. It's truly breathtaking, really. Okay, now, we have a pre-connector. A rogue connector, as I call it. Where is it going? Ah, right there. So this must be for our Pandora's box puzzle. That's just pretty random. So far, I haven't even used a connector. I don't know. We haven't experimented with activator fields and connectors. Gosh, we haven't experimented with half of the technology here. Anyway, 4 is going up. I have to see if I can get on this finger. Oh. Maybe not that one. Shit. If there's a will, there's a way. I am king of the world for just a second. Cool. I love this layout. This is ridiculous. A driller outside of a puzzle. Which can really only mean one thing. Maybe inside of this puzzle I can activate this through the wall, come around, get it? This reminds me of, I think it was South 1, where there was a green emitter hiding behind a driller wall outside of the puzzle that you had to use a driller from within. Slightly different approach. That's just my initial theory. Anyway, here we go. Conveyance. Conveyance? Wow, they're I don't know what you call these. I call them floating paths. I think Akinar called them hoverbots. I like that name. But I'm going to stick with my dorky name. Actually, this is interesting. Can this go down? Yes. Can this do 2 jobs? I love efficiency. Oh, you know what? I'm not connected to an emitter. Where is the emitter? Of course it's right there. Shit. That is interesting. Okay, there's a lot of moving parts. We have a connector. Let's start one thing at a time. Right. Okay, maybe not one thing at a time. Shit. Okay. I think I'm actually seeing what I need to do. That's good stuff. In fact, now I should be able to get this out. I love that. Let's just jam this, get this out. Okay, we got all of our toys into play minus this guy. Another thing I just noticed, that is a red loading pad, platform, hoverbot. I don't have red in here. Therefore, does this guy... The activator activates anything now, doesn't it? With that in mind, I should be able to source from this as well. Let's see what happens. I'm in the way. That's exactly what happens. Wow. Okay, I got it outside. Now I just want to think more about... We do have a jammer still in play. Are we maybe done with it? I'm going to leave you over here. You might be done. I don't see how this truly helps me if I just wanted to readjust it. Okay, let's keep this party going. I may be overcomplicating this a bit. I might just need to let this guy ride out. That's fine. Let it go. Keep moving it, say, over here. Break down the walls. That's problematic. Alright, it should stay over there while I try to figure out this next part. You can't jam these fences, no. So let's think about how can we make this a bit more efficient. And I might be overlooking simple technology. We're gonna need that to stay open. I can jam that. Not sure what that really does for me yet. Oh, that's pretty good. I see. Well, shit. Come back. Because I jammed it. Yes. I think I see what we need to do. We're going to put you on top. No. Just hit this. Go back. Okay. That should give us the win, I think. Oh, you know what I could do? Just to make sure it stops? It's just... Shit. Hit me? Go back? I don't want to jam it. I just want it to hit it. There we go. Oh, but that's... Could I have given it a little bit more space? Shit. Okay, it was just a matter of jamming it in the proper spot. Almost overcomplicated that.
Neatly done, 1K.
Thanks, Al. This music right here. Thanks, Bob. I appreciate it. Does this remind you of Gehenna when you ascend them and they're all like this? And they're like being ascended at the end of Gehenna? Sorry for spoilers if you don't know Gehenna. Talos 1, play it. I'm sure everyone in here has played it. But this soundtrack reminds me of that. When they're like all in unison singing the intro song. 5. Nice work. Thank you so much. I'm really liking the Activator. It's making me think. They all make me think. What am I talking about? I'll analyze that in 1 sec. They have a lot of these little corners. Hell, actually, I walked right past this, didn't I? Yeah, I certainly did. Alright, let's inspect this car. Archaeologist. Find 10 ancient human artifacts. To get that now, I think, is a bad thing. Let's read. Oh, we actually have 2 research. First, let's read about the classic vehicle. This ancient vehicle expresses a stronger sense of aesthetics than most other artifacts of this type, suggesting that at some point in ancient history, vehicle design was approached with a different mentality. Yeah. It has been years since I played the first one. We'll go back and replay one day. It's funny because I actually was doing it on the side, replaying Talos 1. And I was able to speed run through the first couple worlds. It's crazy how the logic is just kind of there. But it's so good. And Gehenna kicked my ass. We have another research. Bear with me as I... Here we go. Alcatraz, burden. To me... Where did that go? To me, these statues don't look happy. I can agree with that. These statues remind me of Atlas, who bore the celestial spears on his back. Yes, if you watched the Physical 100, that was one of the challenges. They seemed burdened, struggling with the weight of the world. Given what we heard the founders say about the goal, could it be that they are meant to send a message? That taking on the theory of everything would also be a burden we may not be able to hear. You're having a hard time getting friends to try this game. Yeah, the only person I've really gotten into playing this game is my girlfriend in here. She hasn't truly played it, but she bought it. Of course, she wants her own experience, so she's hanging out, but doesn't truly watch everything very intently. And then my brother, I got him to play Talos 1, and he was once he got on it, he was hooked. I've told about 3 other people. They're like, yeah, I'll play it, I'll try it, and then I don't really hear back about it. I think you need to be in a mental space to want to play a puzzle game, for one. Benoria. Yeah, butchered. Jesus. I've tried to remain silent on the development of our city to allow the younger generations to find their own path, but I feel that now I must intervene. We have reached a dangerous inflection point. This farcical? Yeah, I think that's it. Farcical. That's a funny word. Reactionary belief in the goal of limiting our growth will lead directly to the creation of a class society. The foundations already exist. Do you think the leaders of the various pseudo-secret societies that lobby for influence with the mayor are subject to the same power cuts as the rest of you? Do you think the mayor has to worry about how much power he uses? Societies which have essentially no resources may be egalitarian in some sense. But a society that produces insufficient resources, energy in our case, will inevitably evolve into a class society. History assures us of that. The true failure of our ancestors was not their impact on the ecosystem, which was epiphenomenal. I never heard that word either. I learned so many things. Failed to learn. But their failure, ironic, to overcome primitive forms of resource distribution, allowing their fate to be determined by the interests of isolated elite groups. We are not avoiding that mistake, but creating the conditions for its repetition. I assure you that no one is exempt from our power management and distribution plan. We are all in this together. Jeremy, you little snake. Yes, I totally believe that. I've always respected your scholarship, Benaroya. I will take this seriously and think about it. I call this guy Ovies because Ovechkin. Some people have to lead and others have to follow. That's only natural. But of course, there should be advantages to being a leader, to encourage people. You know, Bob, this game to me, both games are completely hidden gems. I think they're popular in the niche aspect of it, but I don't think that many people, not a lot of people play puzzle games. And people that play a lot of games, casual gamers, they're not going to come down this avenue, I don't think. But I think both of these games are masterpieces. Of course, I haven't finished 2, but I already have that thought process. They're missing out, and all you can do is try to sway them in the right direction. Binoroy is right. This is a future we must avoid. We can grow while avoiding the mistakes of the past. A class society is forming, but to fight it, we must reject all authority. Ooh. I don't think a class society is forming. A society without growth will be equal and balanced. I disagree with Benaroy's historical analysis, but he is right that limiting growth will lead to an unjust society. Ovies is correct. Maybe this isn't a bad thing. A class society is forming, but we can stop that without embracing growth or technology. I don't know how I feel, to be honest. Limiting our growth will lead directly to the creation of a class society. Perhaps, but why? More so, how? Fighting the authority. I already don't like the mayor. But my 1K personality isn't really about fighting the power. I'm just here to solve puzzles. I'm going to disagree. I want more puzzles. Thank you, 1K. It is encouraging to see that the value of freedom has not been entirely forgotten in New Jerusalem. A society without resources is an unfree society, and only with freedom can civilization truly thrive. I think I agree with that, yeah. All of that came from a car. No, I'm kidding. So, I came around. Let's get back on the path. Yes. Yes, 5 must be this way. So how did people that were in Erin's stream, how did she do? Did she struggle? Did she have good experience? How was the stream? 5. 5 is here. They have a lot of these little corners. I love the water in this game. It looks so pretty. A lot of these little cutouts that make me want to explore them. Let's go into 5. 5 is one of my favorite numbers. This is called balance. We have 2 fans on each other's side. We have a connector, which I'm gonna probably want to shoot to that. And then we also have end goals over here. We're gonna need an activator, but then we have the good old hexahedrons. I think first order of business is activating the activator. Who would have thunk? Which will turn on a fan. I can then come up here. Oh, I can take it. Very good. And now I should be able to grab the 2 hexahedrons. Perfect. Now, again, our goal is What is this angle looking like? Perhaps. I think I'm going to need a direct shot to the emitter from this. I think. But first, we're gonna... Oh, okay. So that actually wasn't enough to get me up there. My way of thinking is... I need to get up there. Maybe it sits in the middle. Let's break this up. Huh. Let's repurpose this. I just gotta think about how to set this up. It doesn't really help me. Right. I need to do this in a manner. I need to do this in a manner well, hold on. Maybe I don't need to do that. Maybe I do, but well, yeah, I'm gonna need to do that. This actually doesn't make sense. I don't think. Alright, let's not get off course here. Perhaps I want to stand on this and then drop it. Connect it first. Then drop it. Now we are up here. Both hexahedrons. Now that's cool and all. Right, that's cool and all, but it doesn't exactly... I need the connector up there. So this is just an order of operations thing. Right? I need this guy over here to finish. I also need to kind of borrow him for the time being. What if I did that again? Hopefully I can get back up there, actually. Is this one weaker than this one? Good, I'm glad I can grab those. Okay, let's get rid of the connections. Let's think about the thought process here. Let's put you up here. Let's put you here. Let's get me connected here. Let's do the same thing. We drop, we go up. Yes. Bummer. Let's do it again, but let me... I probably should grab this first. I think that was my mistake. Shit. I think that was my mistake. At this stage, I should now be able to have line of sight. Maybe. Is that why they gave me two? Well, if they gave me two, I wouldn't be able to put it up on top of it. But I do have a box. So if I need that extra little height, I can do that, yeah? So let's first test it without a box. Is it enough? It is not. Maybe that's just an angle thing. Nah, it's a height thing. But we have another box. Hexahedron, I mean. Now we're good. They're ramping up a little bit.
Can I touch the bridge device?
You can, but should you?
Okay.
Oh, I like Melville. She's a hard ass. Drop that. I'm gonna lay down and try to get some rest. All right, baby. Oh, whoops. Put me on the big screen. Let's continue forth. Heading to 6. Let's have a chat with Melville. Hi.
1K, listen, I wanted to ask you something. From your perspective, as someone who's still new to our society, do you think New Jerusalem betrayed Athena?
Do I think New Jerusalem betrayed Athena? Was it necessary to turn away from her ideas? I don't know. People are not obliged to support what their leaders want them to. That's fair.
That's true, but she was more than a leader. She wasn't a politician like Herman. She gave everything she had for us.
Shit. I had another question. How do you feel about Mayor Hermanubis as a leader?
When I think about the state New Jerusalem is in, he's put us all in danger. I don't know if he really believes in the goal or if it's just a convenient myth, but I don't care. This is not how you build a living civilization.
Where do you think Cornelius is?
I don't know. I suspect he's around here somewhere, biding his time. But what he's waiting for, not a clue.
Do you think the goal is a myth?
Yes, of course it is.
Yeah. I said that from the beginning. Like, why stop at 1,000? I don't know. Just seemed odd. Why was it so easy for people to believe in the goal?
Because there's no effort involved. Building a better world means taking responsibility. It means making choices and living with their consequences. Surrendering to nature is just letting go.
And what do you want to do with your future?
I'd like to help make New Jerusalem the city it was meant to be. And then I'd like to help build new cities. On Earth and up there too. Cities nobody's ever imagined before.
It's cool, Mel. I should get back to work. It was good chatting with you. 142. Ah, is this a lost lab? It is a lost lab.
1K, we have made a fascinating discovery at one of the Founders' laboratories.
Laboratories.
Please join me at your earliest convenience.
Sure, I'm here now, Mayor. So, might as well knock this out. I want to keep solving puzzles. They keep interrupting me a little bit, but it is what it is. I'm okay with that. I'm always fascinated by these lost labs, though. So here we go. Some sort of batteries. I've seen this before. Like a hologram of a level design. Some server racks. You see sort of a network switch there. Bunch of them. That's what a data center looks like. Very minuscule, but Anyway, hold on. This is another door? But there was also that way? Shit, I never know which way to go. Ah, we are now in... Excuse me, the data center, I guess. No terminal in here. Yeah, I'm a nerd. I like looking at this. I like that they included the dust. Wow, that's... Maybe that's been there, but I don't know if I noticed that. Is this the exhaust side? Is that why? It doesn't really look like it. But that's an interesting detail. Okay, so that's that. I need to come back up and run through. Unless I've reversed it in my head. Nope, here we go. Mayor. Still creepy.
1K. Good that
Somnodrome?
you're here. We've made a discovery. A functional somnodrome. It seems the founder perfected the design. I'm sure you've noticed my advisors, and Rand in particular, making quite a fuss about the potential of this device. Something about interfacing with one's subconscious self, as if such a thing could tell us anything new.
Hold on. You are of a different opinion?
I am. I believe the founder has already taught us everything we need.
Really?
As I see it, neither the Somnodrome nor the megastructure have anything to offer except a lesson in avoiding hubris. So, what should we do with it?
I thought the government would want this thing buried. That's not giving me any ideas. I'm going to plug in and find out for myself. I think it's best to leave it alone. I'm plugging in. We're doing it.
I'll watch to be sure you don't overload.
Before we do it, let me just walk around. Or maybe I'm... Perhaps that door doesn't open, or maybe I'm stuck in this sequence. First off, we have a palm reader. Somnodrome Final. This is from Athena. Name results. It's funny, I suppose. For the longest time, I wondered whether that old human self-hatred we somehow carried with us was Milton. I thought he might have corrupted us, overwhelmed us with his cynicism. But I was being unfair. Whatever it is, it's not Milton, it's us. Still, this excursion into solipsism hasn't been entirely for nothing. The Somnodrome technology provides an excellent basis for a better way of directly interfacing with the Noema project. Huh. Well, here it goes. Enter Somnodrome. I got this far, and I'm not going to use it? Nah, I'm going to use it. Nathi Sultan uses a functioning Somnodrome. I can run and jump. What are we doing? Talos 1 terminal. Drinks by the beach. We can get used to this 1K. We can. Hold on. Let's just take another look around. Maybe they're hiding something. I love the music here. Shout out Damjun. Some beach somewhere. All right. I want to hear it beep again. Classic. Error 666. Doge? Launching debug mode. Done. It seems you have experienced a software error. Would you like to access the emergency root menu? Let's just try and see if there's some sentient being on the other side. Milton. Error 134. Command not recognized. Help. Sure. Let's see the list of commands. Displaying command list. Help. Display list of commands. Displays emergency root menu. Alright. I love this music. External device settings. Force run Somnodrome V2 final. .bat. Let's do external device settings first. I feel like I'm playing Talos 1, man. Progress 77%, intelligence low, speed low, health high, rationalism low, humor low, conservatism medium, moralism high, spiritualism low, popularity medium mode, 64-bit processor GIFs, 968. Did I miss something at the top? No, that's everything. Edit the settings. Unlock edit privileges. Do I have root? User tried to make changes to their own device settings, which could result in an infinite regress and or omnipotence. There is only room for one god around here. What the hell? Okay. Restore factory settings. Let's do it. Restoring factory settings will delete all user-created personality files. Do not be surprised if you encounter errors. Are you sure you want to restore factory settings? Yeah. Deleting all user-generated personality files. Have a nice day, whoever you are. Whatever. Return to emergency root menu. I was scared the game would have been like, thanks for playing. New game plus. Force run, Alexandra Drennan, V2, final.bat. Loading Milton Library Assistant. The MLA. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Miltohim? Miltohim? What is happening?
Oh, you're back. Didn't take you long.
I don't think we know each other, do we?
Yes, intrinsically. I'm what you might call a primordial element of the human psyche, an adjudicator of what is and what isn't.
What is this happening right now? This dude's got sunglasses on, fucking margarita in his hand, or whatever the hell that is. I thought I was here to meet my subconscious.
I'm afraid I'm the best you've got. I am, in fact, a merged iteration of the two control programs which gave life to your kind, retaining, of course, the absolute best of both. That means I can tell you that everything's contradictory, nothing matters, and there's no moral difference between you and a frog.
This
but
guy.
I can dress the whole thing up with a positive spin.
I don't hear the positive.
You just plugged your noggin into an experimental, mind-altering device, and though you may be trapped in this recursive psychotic state talking to yourself, that can only mean that you're still alive. Now, what is your query?
Query. Elohim in the tower. Where are we?
You've executed some kind of software backdoor, and now you're reading and editing your own subconscious code as represented by this dialogue. I'd be careful if I were you. One bad for loop, and we'll be here forever.
Where did I come from?
The so-called real world. Personally, I prefer it in here, and not just because I'm unable to leave.
What can you do for me?
I can answer your queries in relatively plain language, based on what your subconscious knows. And I can drink margaritas.
It is a margarita. Yeah, Bob. Welcome back. I did go into the Alexandra Drennan. You know what, man? I kept hearing about it. I'm like, I'm going in. And I'm talking to Miltohim. Miltohim, however you pronounce it. It's a combination of Milton and Elohim, which is pretty cool. Who am I, Miltohim?
On one interpretive extreme, you are the universal life force of time itself, experiencing itself as a part instead of the whole. At the other extreme, you're a metal contraption referred to as 1K that thinks it's alive, but is basically a calculator.
He's kind of right. No more small talk. I need answers to the big questions.
The machine we're plugged into is running low on power. There may only be time for one big question. What is your query?
Should our people embrace growth or balance? What is the meaning of life? Not going to ask that. Is there a universal moral law? And if so, what is it? Not going to ask that. What do I really want? How can I get it? How can I become my best self? Is it possible to ask for something less cliche? That's a question. That might be my only question. Actually, I think I am going to ask this. Maybe they'll give me different options.
Yes, to a limit.
Ooh. Are there intelligent alien life forms? Is there a god? Are binaries real? Is this a simulation? That's actually... I don't think it's a simulation. What question would you ask if you were me? Actually, I want to go back to the cliches. Actually, I have no idea what to ask. Actually, let me tell you something. Oh, but if I do this, I don't even know what to say, but I'm going to do it.
This really doesn't work that way. Reprogramming me just starts a feedback loop. How about I just tell you about the big one? As it turns out, there is a foundational moral code built into us.
Please go on. I'm skeptical.
The catch is that while the moral code is simple, the calculations needed to apply it become infinitely complex.
But what is this code?
Here's the secret. Every living creature is a compiler of the moral code. Your compiler can't give you a rule set for what's good, but it can tell you when there's bugs.
Could you elaborate just a little more?
You came here to ask the big question. This is my answer. Your capacity for reason and compassion is your moral compiler. The only rule is to live by it. Has that resolved your query?
I mean, not really. Yeah, but I want to discuss this further.
I expected no less. What is your query?
Jeez. Surely rules of human rights or the greater good trump subjective compassion. Isn't this all just a fancy way of saying be kind to others? If compassion is what matters, isn't this just relativism? Relativism? Where does this moral code of yours derive its authority? Why should I care? How should we know we're being reasonable compassion in the right way? Okay, let's go back to frogs.
Excellent. There's never been a better time to argue applied ethics. Reason tells us that frogs are objectively non-identical to humans, but do feel feelings. Compassion tells us that we want frogs to flourish. This should be non-controversial. Records suggest that our ancestors ate frogs, as well as each other. Is that right? Short answer's no, but the long answer, sometimes. You can have compassion for a frog, but still eat it to survive. You can have compassion for a frog and eat it when it dies. But it's hard to imagine having compassion for a frog, then eating it for fun. It's likely our ancestors knew quite well the conclusion of their moral compilers.
Frog legs? I wouldn't mind eating frogs.
Let's get one thing clear. Everything is relative. You'd best get used to that. Theft isn't wrong because it's wrong to steal. Theft is wrong because it's vindictive. If a compassionate person has good reason to steal, then theft is right. Does your moral compiler confirm this?
No.
This is the only valid principle I have identified. Any other rule set creates conflicts with the moral compiler. Suppose there's a river we need to cross. Suppose I gave you a map. If you tried to cross that river before reading the map, you'd be chest deep in water when there's a bridge around the bend. But if you tried to cross by looking at the map instead of the river, you'd already be dragged 3 miles out to sea. But you'd never ask, how should I know when to trust the map or the river? Because all you need to trust is that your feet are getting wet. And you wouldn't tell people not to cross at the ford just because you decided to cross at the bridge. Now, has that resolved your query?
Yeah, I get it.
Of course.
Miltahim.
Looks like we're running out of power. Good luck getting anyone out there to believe you. Terminating Sonodrome _V2_final_final.bat.
His number is -1. That was weird. All right, Mare, you're never going to believe this, but check this shit out. Why do I seem so small?
1K, are you all right?
He touched me. No, I think I might be a little overloaded. Let's fuck with him.
You
I don't like
must
the
have
bear.
gone quite deep. Nothing came through on the stream. And I'm no expert, but I think the Somnodrome is fried. So whatever's in your head is all we're going to get. I can only imagine how terribly curious everyone will be about what you've experienced. And they'll all be convinced that whatever it is, it'll work in their favor. Strange, isn't it? Everyone wanting you to tell them whatever they want to hear. I'm glad not to be the one in that position just this once.
Yeah. Aren't you curious too?
A little, if I'm honest. But I'll be reading reports on this for the next 6 months. So if it's all the same with you, I'll contain my curiosity. Now, I won't keep you from your work any longer.
Is Athena number 0 or 1? I thought she was number 1. Who's really number 0? Is there even a number 0? You fucking with me, Bob? Oh god, what is this? It's gambling. I got 3 rocks. Oh, you genuinely don't remember? I thought she was 1. I think she's... Well, hell, I can probably confirm that. Maybe... You're right. Maybe I can. It doesn't tell me. Let's read Noema Project 12 from Benaroya and Atlas 2. Trials 7001 through 8629. Nothing. 8630 through 11,277. Cornelius would be so excited. Trials 11,278 through 40,879. Confirm underlying patterns. Sites shut down. From Beno... What are you doing to me, Analog Stick? Misanthropy. This is a reply? From Benaroya. Dear Athena, you asked me about the persistent strain of misanthropy, and I could be pronouncing that wrong as well, in human culture. It's a complicated topic that has come up multiple times in my research. Here's my best attempt at a short, cohesive answer. I think our ancestors, like ourselves, were deeply invested in the idea of building, of transforming their environment. They found meaning and pleasure in this, and did not perceive it as a negative, so long as they had a sense of participating in this act. I think the last reason that they so frequently reached out for a romantic return to the past, to fantasies of living self-sufficiently in rural environments, is not because they rejected industrial-scale activity per se, but because the return to the land provided a fantasy of returning to a form of participation that had been lost. They needed and wanted to build, create, and produce, but only if they felt they had a stake in what they were producing. Without that, the products of civilization began to seem like an alien force gradually spreading out across the world and ruining it. They needed a dream, and if the future was barred to them, then by necessity, they must dream of the past. I hope you and Cornelius are well. Will you be coming to Hypatia's new exhibition? I know you have so much on your mind. I know you have much on your mind, but you are missing out on a lot of exciting new cultural developments. Who could have thought in those early days that one day there would be so many of us that the arts would start to flourish again? Much love, Benaroya. Athena wrote, I went back and found this message after all these years because something about it had lodged in my mind. I wasn't ready to understand it back then because I needed to be a leader. But maybe that was the problem. It should have been our dream, not mine alone. Does that mean she really just wasn't ready to be a leader and bailed? I'm not sure. Atlas 2. From Athena. Which is not right. How Atlas cast off the world from the Atlas Variations by A121. For a billion years, Atlas had borne the weight of the world on his back. The old Titan was tired of the responsibility and tired of his labor of ages not being appreciated. Why did the mortals not understand that his work was the foundation of all they did? Finally, he had enough. With one swift move, he shrugged off the cosmos. Now they'd see. But the cosmos went on rolling through infinity, leaving Atlas behind. The mortals went about their business, hardly noticing his absence. He was astonished. Had the world never needed him in the first place? Had all his toil been for nothing? So he turned his back on all mortal matters and instead set himself to discovering the secrets of eternity. Only after many long years had passed did the cosmos, in its endless cycles, pass by through his domain once more. And only then did Atlas and the mortals realize that they had missed each other, and each was lesser without the other. And so Atlas no longer carried the cosmos. Instead, he embraced it. Beulah. Not entirely sure what to make of that. This is a dead end. I think we are finished with this lost lab. It'd be funny to see the mirror just like over here, just like getting shocked by the sound of drone. We went down. Did I go that way? I think this was the data center dead end. Yeah. Cool. All right, let's go back out into the real world and. Damn it, Rand. Oh.
What did you see inside the Somnodrome?
Check this out. I don't know what you're talking about. Should I lie? I've been honest the whole game. I went into sleep mode and spoke to something.
That was the code base you spoke to. Our subconscious spirit. I must know. What did it tell you?
I don't think I need to tell you. To act with reason and compassion, that's how we should act as relatives to who we are. That morality is more nuanced than the rules we use to describe it. To trust my moral compiler. Let's say that, because that is true.
Is that all? There must have been something more concrete. Did it say anything about the kind of rules we should follow? Or who should be in charge?
It was vague. I couldn't understand it entirely. Sorry, Rand.
This is extremely troubling. How are we supposed to enforce moral behavior and punish the immoral without clear, objective rules by which to judge?
Perhaps whatever I spoke to was not the morality authority we are seeking.
Yes, you must be right. Perhaps the machine was malfunctioning.
It said morality is based on compassion, not reason alone. Is that true? Did it say that? Maybe I'll mislead him.
Then it was definitely malfunctioning. It's important we have time to review all the data in private. We wouldn't want to lead anyone astray with incomplete findings.
Yeah. I agree.
Good.
I wish we streamed it.
People will want you to go against your moral judgment. Stay strong, 1K. Together, we will prevail. Cryer is setting up a live event so you can formally address the people on this matter. When you're ready, we'll all be watching.
Jesus, so we are live streaming it. See, I don't really remember everything that was said. I don't know if I'm the best one to do this. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm gonna avoid that live stream for
1K.
What the fuck?
The people want to know what data you gathered from the Somnodrome.
He's got a microphone.
We're all set up for you to talk to them live.
I need more time to think.
That's fine. Please let me know when you're ready. This is an important story.
Yeah, can you not fucking bum rush me like that, dude? I haven't even gone to hair and makeup yet. Anyway, what's around this corner? Look, I just need to solve more puzzles. We've done so much side stuff. I need the puzzles. Holy shit. Oh. Just almost didn't see that little guy. We got 10 of those bad boys. Ah, we have another audio log. This is crazy looking. Holy shit. So big, such a vast area that I'm just running around mindlessly. Hello, Wonka. I love Rand's voice. Crier out here with a microphone on me. Jesus. Alright. Let's cool off. Let's get this activated.
Alright, she's booting up. Almost there.
Hello. I was in a dream, and a voice spoke to me from the sky. He said you were old friends of his.
There's the driller wall.
Who are you?
My name is Athena. I am your mother.
And I'm Cornelius, your father.
Thank you for creating me. I've not existed for very long, but so far it seems wonderful. I hope it's not a strange question, but, who am I?
You can be whoever you want to be, and no matter what you choose, you will be loved and cherished and supported.
We will always be there for you, and I promise, we will show you a world full of miracles. Would you like to pick a name?
I think I would like to be called Miranda.
Yeah, she seems sweet. Found her, rest her soul. Which is crazy to think that Athena is literally Erin Fitzgerald and you guys were just chilling in her stream. How cool is that? Okay. I6 is the driller wall. And 5 or 4 is the one with the hidden driller. Which I have an idea to get that out. Completely forgot about it though. So when it comes to star hunting time, hopefully I can remember those details. Okay, this is called Ascent. Oh, there you go, you dingus. So we are not in range of that. We are simply just in range of this. All right. To be honest, that's not what I was thinking. I was like, oh, it'll fly me through. That doesn't make any sense. So I'm glad I did that. It just naturally pushed it here. So I can get out. Cool. Now, end goal is... We need to... Is that on? No. We need to get up there. So we need the activator through here. Not quite enough. This won't work. Red to that won't work. Well, I wouldn't even need to... First off, what am I even talking about? Thinking that that fan actually helped me? First off, I could have put this right here. So, I certainly didn't understand the impact of this fan yet, because I didn't really need it. However, maybe I can use it more in a better place. Say here. Now we can get this guy out. We have not used this horizontal bar. I'm not seeing the entirely end goal yet. I mean, I guess it's pretty obvious. We're going to need to get one of these guys out of here at a minimum. Now, how? I'm not stuck here. There you have it. Now it's out. Now it's out. So, okay, no, I think we're fine. We have purple wall, so we can shoot through this, and that gives us this. Okay, progress. We are at the point where perfection schlag. Do I need this still? I do not. I think this will come down to and just expanding this to here and we're done. Not yet. Why don't we just remove that? Pick this up. Drop this, put it here, pick this up. It needs to be inside the activator. Okay, a little tricky. Hopefully I'm not overthinking it. There's nothing else over here. And let's confirm this again. This is not enough height. No, we're gonna need the hexahedron. They barred that off. But isn't this just a fallacy? Like, why do I actually need to be... Like, yeah. Why do I... Is the red... It seemed like, not a red herring per se, but like they wanted to distract me. And then I can just stand on it to reactivate the connection. Nice. I like that.
Cornelius and Athena created something amazing. They just misunderstood what it was. They thought their great invention was the megastructure. But in fact, it was Miranda. And because they couldn't see that, they lost her.
Huh. Well, there's Prometheus. Is that a puzzle? So there's the driller wall. We are aware of that. I have noted it. Will I forget? Probably. Yeah, that seems like the way to go, but I'm gonna go this way. What do we have? I love this water. This color. I want this color everywhere. There's gotta be maybe a lost puzzle down there. Ooh, how are they gonna do with lost puzzles? I love lost puzzles. Alright, nothing a little sneaky over here, but seems like this arm. Wow. Whoa. Does lead us to something. Maybe. I don't know. I don't even have theories. No idea. It could just be a puzzle. This is crazy. Where are we heading? Hardcore parkour. I'm not back at the beginning, am I? For one, there's definitely a path right here. So that's got to be a lost puzzle. There's actually a sign here. Maybe this is just a way back up to 7. Okay, wait. Oh my god, there's so much. I'm going down. We're going this way. This is an intentional path from another puzzle up there. Let's check out every single crevice of everything. You never know with Crow Team. You never know. The music is so good. Oh wait, this is puzzle 8. Yeah, perhaps I should have just stayed on the course. But this is what this is all about. Because I see an arm that I can walk up on. I'm not back at the beginning, am I? No way. Is this just like if I didn't go... Or is this the only way to get here? Shit, I'm on the... No, I just went down. Okay, so you could have just went right from the beginning. Here I am thinking I discovered something new. Would you look at this? Holy shit, okay. There's literal staircase. That's the arm that I was trying to go up. Alright, we're just gonna go up. We're gonna head to 7. Aha, but wait. No, I'm not. Hold on. This is nuts. Oh, God. All right, fan time. Where are we headed? Holy shit, look at this. Oh my god, it's a person's strap. There's a puzzle inside him. This is just... There's a fan. Maybe that one gets me to Stratton. Wow, so many secrets. Oh, okay. We're going... No, this is how you get to Stratton. Cool.
I see these beings, these children of a future age, wandering around an island more fantastical than Atlantis itself, looking desperately to find themselves. I reach out to them, but they cannot see me. I speak to them, but I do not know if they can hear me. Am I being punished? Are the gods playing some cruel trick on me? Why can I remember so little? What is this sorrowful voice I hear, whispering such terrible thoughts? I must use what remains of my mind. I must understand.
Look at this. We may have reached the pinnacle of views on this level. Holy shit. And that's a freaking level. I mean, a puzzle. Wow. The wind. There's also a fan down here. which might take us into another lost puzzle, perhaps? The New Theology, Founding 12 and Trevor 11. The New Theology by author George Bernard Shaw from the New Theology by... Okay. When you are asked, where is God, who is God, stand up and say, I am God and here is God. Not as yet completed, but still advancing towards completion. Just in so much as I am working for the purpose of the universe. Working for the good of the whole of society and the whole world, instead of merely looking after my personal ends. In that way we get rid of the old contradiction. We begin to perceive that the evil of the world is a thing that will finally be evolved out of the world. That it was not brought into the world by malice and cruelty, but by an entirely benevolent designer that had not as yet discovered how to carry out its benevolent intention. In that way, I think we may turn towards the future with greater hope. Cornelius writes, my brother Eustachius told me that he thought this passage was beautiful, but also diminished the connection to the sublime he felt when simply looking at the world itself. What do you think? Miranda wrote, I agree with Shaw's sentiment, but I don't know if the miracle of existence, the beauty of creation, is exactly the same as the human sublime, if that makes sense. I don't want to look at the universe and see myself reflected, even a future me. Miranda writes now, she follows up with, okay, another attempt at explaining. The beauty of the universe and the beauty of what we can accomplish within it are two related, but separate things. And the separation matters. Sorry, I'm not sure how to express this any better. Hypatia's Journal number 12 from Hypatia's Journals Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem, Day 1012. I am now cohabiting with Sarabai. This is by choice, not necessity. It's strange but pleasant to find your life so enmeshed with that of another person. What we both came to realize is that together we are more than the sum of our parts. Something emerges from our interactions that is wholly transcendent, unique, and necessary. I had observed this before between Athena and Cornelius, but experiencing it yourself is quite a revelation. 5358. You think that means love? I wonder. We did have that, and it was beautiful. I should have treasured it more. I wonder what 5358 means. Don't tell me.
Actually, let me issue a correction, okay? I said Alexandra doesn't see the bad stuff about humanity. But she does. She sees it, and somehow she sees past it. She doesn't ignore it. She can just see one step farther. Like, there's this mountain of garbage ahead of us, right? And that's all most of us will ever see. And she somehow sees beyond to, I don't know, the promised land? I don't do metaphors, or similes, or whatever this is. I mean, you don't care. I'm dead, and you're a robot. But her ability to look reality in the eye, to see all the bad stuff out there and still have hope. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I think that's why you know what? Let's not go there. There's still so much work, and Chernyshevsky doesn't have much time left. Well, I mean, who does these days?
Was he gonna say that he loved her? I had just said something about 5358 meaning love. I don't know if that's true. I could be totally wrong. Also, back there was a golden puzzle, so not yet. Very cool path. Now, what is this? This is a lost puzzle. I mean, Jesus Christ, what? This is so sick. I'm on this man's arm. I want to go in his ear. Don't ask me why. Pretty sure that's what he meant. Yeah, it seemed like he was about to confess his love. Before I go in, I just want to take another grand look around. Actually, look at that. Ah, that's how you get to the Prometheus structure. This is so amazing. This is my favorite level, as I'm sure it's many others. South 1 is also very nice. Okay, this is called Slide. My first lost puzzle with the new Activator technology. slide. We have 2 connectors and a box and a hexahedron. The connector started on top of it, which is interesting. We have a detachable fan. Take note. This turns this on. Now, why, you may ask? We have an activator. This is a sliding fan. So, from what I learned in the last one, you found this world hard to navigate. It does seem that way a bit. It's very big, and I feel like I've explored like 30% of it. So far, I definitely agree with you. So, there's another hexahedron we want. This is a good but hard puzzle. Let's see. Let's see. I can already see it being quite complex. Right off the bat, what do we really have to play with? Well, it seems like if we want to make things slide, we need it on a hexahedron to go its maximum distance. So I'll leave that in there for now. But we do have this. We do have this. And we do have that. We may have placed it improperly. That goes pretty damn high in the air, though. But it is not going to work. What if we moved it out of line of sight to say it might still not work, but I need to test that because my goal is to try to open that force field. No. Perhaps I can back it up enough, however, to get this hexahedron. There's some progress. Now, we know that we can get this to slide. And it's just about that circumvents that situation. I think we're done with this. I think that was just to get the hexahedron, and we have that now. Now, the fun part about this is that's going to lose itself if I pick this up. Correct. So, there's some definite trickiness. We do have line of sight here. But it doesn't matter because we're going to lose that. I like this. I like these like simple designs, but they're very confusing. I feel a sneeze coming. Excuse me. I sneeze when puzzles get hard. No, I don't know if that's true. So there's definitely some sort of sneaky trickiness here, and I just kind of got to figure that out. So we have a box in the air. They also gave us a removable fan. You got to ask yourself why. You know, that one's not removable. It's a static fan. Where are some vantage points? Maybe here? Does that help with anything? Is that... Certainly works. Now... What if I add a connection to say here? Now, what does that allow me to do? I don't need the box in the air anymore, right? Let's remove that. Let's remove this. Let's remove this. We've created a different way of independency. Now, part of me feels I should have backed this up more so that it was activating that. And I think that'll be okay. But I don't want to lose... What's up? Bryce, my man Bryce, how's it going? I want to do that. Actually, that doesn't really matter. I saw you followed me on another account, and I thought it was the same one. Just getting killed a lot. What boss? Where did my fan go? Oh, it's hidden. I think I need to actually redo this. Just beat Moog. Very satisfying. Now add another wall. And which wall would that be? Out of... Where does this have line of sight? Basically right there. That is the furthest we can go. Maybe my theory isn't going to work. Except, I might be overthinking that. Shit. Melania? Oh. Yeah, she's gonna be a bitch. Alright, I know I can't drop here. I think my initial idea isn't going to work. However... I need to set this up like this, and I just need to think through the logic. Good job on beating Moog. That is a very hard boss. I can move that now. I can move that where I want. Perhaps not. If I pick this up, we're going to lose connections. I can regain the connection here, but then... Is that really not enough to activate that fan, though? But it's not enough to activate this door. That's where we have a problem. Right. And the whole goal is to get this out. I need to remember that. My apologies. The whole goal is to get this out. So let's say I break that and I bring it in. Because this isn't that bad to reset up. I can always reset that up. Well, let's not create a crisscross. Fuck. I did exactly that. Do I really need it on the box? Well, I better get familiar with setting this up. That seems to be what I'm doing here. Right. Alright. I have this going. Now, I don't know how good this is for me. But... oh yeah, this is a tricky one. To me, it feels like the fan's removable to be used as something on the pressure plate. But it won't work. And to be honest, I may have screwed the puzzle, that's fine. But that won't work. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be able to complete this yet. But there's something tricky with maybe having... Yeah, this is a good one. Let's go ahead and reset this. I like this. Slide. Yeah, that's something I need to work on, is figuring out this, how we can get this slide. So we have like the initial setup going, which is simple enough. Nothing that crazy. Right, we know that we can do this. Now, I don't necessarily need to keep this connector on, because once I have this set up and activated, it's going. So I need to think of a smart use case. Well, right now I do, actually. For the initial setup, I do. I need to get that thing up in the air. Get that thing up. So we'll start with that. We will start with that and then just move this guy over and grab hexahedron. Now, how can we activate this door? There was only one way. And it's via the activator. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Only it can. Is there a... See, what good does it do me if... You know, if I move it here... There doesn't seem to be a perfect spot. They thought about that, right? There's no, like, perfect spot for this to do both jobs. Or perhaps there is, and I need to experiment more with it. It just isn't. For now, I don't see that location. But let's put it here. Maybe here. There we go. Okay. You have to ask yourself why. And this will drop, and I'm okay with that because I want to set up a different type of connection. And we have that. So right now I have to think. I just need to think. Whether I have this set up here or I set up here, it's the same outcome. If I had a connector here with one in the air, at that stage, like say here, or wherever I put it, it would in theory be in range of the activator. The activator would stay connected. It would slide open and slide itself out. That can be the only way. It's some sort of automatic method. So with what I have right now, it does need to keep that connection. I think I'm onto something. It's a matter of setting that up. And what do I have out there? Let's add one more connection. Now, this is going to break it when I pick it up, but I think it's okay. You know what? Let's just try. You know, sometimes you gotta stop thinking so much and just do. All right, hold on. But I'm certainly missing a key aspect here. Because the issue is that's powering it. You think I'm onto something too, eh? Surely, I hope so. We're having an issue now with maybe there's a misuse with you for now? No, because we need it on the box to open the door. That's why I don't want to not do that. Why do I... Wait, will that work? Let's try this. That logic made sense. Yeah. That's cool. We've got you outside, and I just think it's a matter of bada bing, bada boom. Wow. That was awesome. It took me a second to see that.
What would you say is your impression of the
that's a good puzzle.
So far?
I love this game.
I think Alcatraz has done a heck of a job under these very trying circumstances.
What about the decision to free Prometheus?
Freeing the Prometheus entity was a calculated risk. But if it leads us to Byron, it was certainly worth it. It is saving one of our citizens that must be our first priority. Not this alleged theory of everything.
You know what? No, let's go that way. It's funny, I haven't even found 7 yet. Because I completely veered off the path. I did find the spirit. Prometheus spirit. Sprite. Why do I keep calling them spirits? The sprite. But I lost. It's way back somewhere. But I'll find it. We are at approximately 2 hours. I'll activate this just so it's on my mini-map. There we go. Holy shit, man. This is crazy. This star is going to be tough. Not that one, potentially. But I think the other one's Pandora's box. Excuse me. So yes, 7 is this way. Is it like the belly? This is so awesome. 7. Closed off. Her reach, aggression, and lifesteal. Dude, I struggle to kill Melania even with horizontal bars. Even with my mimic tier. Like, it took me a while. Alright. This is interesting. Why don't we maybe repurpose this? This one seems bigger than usual. So that did work. We can probably jam this now and get this guy out of here. Interestingly, though, we do have 2 blue emitters on this level. Someone on Reddit managed to get an activator out of a puzzle and use it on the statue to get the star without the sprite. Get the activator out of a puzzle and use it on the statue. So it really does activate anything. Like a star popping up? Wow. Hey, I've been known to get things out of puzzles. Wonder if I could do it. So, end goal is to activate this fan and fly over. Is it? It's pretty unexpected. That's hilarious, though. It's pretty cool. So just gotta think this one through. Haven't exactly utilized that. Yeah, so there's just some funky thing I gotta do. Perhaps. I like that. Now, if I jam from the inside, this will allow me to get that through. Jam this wall. Is that enough? Is that enough for the dub? You gotta go. See ya. All right, Mr. Bob. I really appreciate you hanging out. Thanks so much. Have a good rest of your night. Here we go. You were my good luck charm, Mr. Bob. And thank you so much for the follow. I just saw it. I really, really appreciate that. We gained 4 big ones tonight. Thank you so much. Shout out Erin Fitzgerald for the 17 raid party. Craziness to start the stream off. And Bob hung out the whole time, so respect. Hopefully I'll see you around. Take care. Let's head on over to 8. See, it does stick out of the zone. I don't care about. Oh my god. I guess I'm maybe I'm not completely down. How do we move on to 8? I never understood what these things are. Best run yet, not even half her health in waterfowl, but progress. Yeah, you know, if you need help, look up, let me solo her. That guy's... Show you how. I don't even know how to avoid the waterfowl dance. I just panicked. Alright, so I did get off course with it. I need to get back on course. I think if I head back up, maybe a decent route. Eight is up. Yeah, I did find 8 once. See if I can traverse this properly. Whoa, automatic flashlight. Shout out 1K. Advanced technology over here. Auto flashlights? This dude's crazy. 8 is this way. Okay, we're back on track. Those things are just Easter eggs added in the last patch. Yeah, I've been finding them, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell they are. Actually, this says 8's this way. So it's just something you see and that's it? Like, oh, this is cool and move on? I thought maybe I was missing some way of activating it. Hold on. Going down. Okay. Yes, 8. Oh my... Was that a broken part of the bridge? How did I fly off of that? I think I can get to 8 this way anyways. Yeah, you think so? Okay. It's good to know. They've been cool to see, discover. Some of them are weird. Some of them I think hint at like Talos 1. I think this is how I got to 8. You haven't played on the new patch yet. Ah, well, for one, if you play third person, you can center yourself and you can run this way now. That's one of the couple things I saw. Photo mode, of course. Was this 8? I think this is 8. Yes, we are at big number 8. The 8th and final. There's one more lost puzzle out there. Backwards. Connector, hexahedron, pressure plate, fan. This is called backwards. Backwards. I can see an initial setup, which would involve this, but I think we're going to want to reposition this. Yeah, maybe we're going to want to reposition this here so that I can grab that fan. Maybe I'm going to want to put it here so it does both. Opens and pushes. It doesn't need to stay in the air, it just needs it to do a job for a time. Looks like we've lost that connection. Let's go ahead and reestablish that. That's exactly what occurred. I'm glad my way of thinking was proper. Now the fun part. I think the next goal is to get this hexahedron out so that I can put it on there. Which is tricky because that would make it super easy to get it over here, and then there's a ladder I can climb. Now, I haven't actually activated this. So what else is here? Is there anything else? And it's gone, and it stays. No ideas yet. Backwards, though. Backwards. What do you mean by backwards? What does that mean exactly? What are you trying to tell me, game? What's backwards? What is backwards? That I want to put that there? That can't be right. If I put that there, but it activates the fan. That is an interesting theory. What's the range on this bad boy? Not far enough. And how would you get this out anyway? If that's even something I wanted to try. This is tricky. There doesn't seem to be a spot where this is, you know, being utilized crazy well. Backwards. This is a big area. Right? This is a big area. Backwards. Yeah, that ain't going to work. I'm thinking they want me to keep it this way. The issue is... what can we do with this? I don't want to exactly rule out the fan, but I also don't see how it's very helpful anymore. To be honest. In a perfect world, we sit this here, you know, but it doesn't help me. Like, wonderful. Oh. What if instead we did this? I think that's what they're trying to make me realize. Connected here. Put it on this box. And then I should be able to create a new independency. That's exactly what happened. Now I can grab this box and bring it out here, and it's permanently up in the air. And now it's just a matter of... right. That's sick. There was that little bit of... think about it. Think about it. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, we have a lost puzzle to discover as well. All I can really do is sprint towards the question marks at this stage, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold off on talking to peeps to kind of focus up. This might just be, yeah, terminal. Lithosphere? Yes.
Sometimes new citizens come to me and they want to learn from me. My work appears to have created a legend of sorts. In these moments, I understand your situation. I want to teach them, but what they must learn the most is independence of thought. how does one resolve this contradiction? They wish to come along on my journeys, but I do not need a group of fawning acolytes following my every step. A journey truly worth undertaking is rarely easy. And so, I have begun to think of a much greater challenge. A journey that is almost impossible, to the far ends of the world without any mechanized means of transportation. This will be a true act of faith, and they will learn a great deal from it, if we survive.
So could that be what that band was for? This is here. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't listen that much to you. No offense. It was because of this journey I'm on. I'm hooked, man. I'm hooked. Are you serious, bro? I didn't see a fan, but here I are. Oh, that was cool. I'm faster than it. We're not done? Okay, cool. I'm like, come on. That was fun.
To create, to understand, and to transform, these are the greatest acts of humankind.
I gotta figure out how to get up there. I can tell you now that there is a lost puzzle out there that is... I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say it. It's lost. Where is it? I also need to play around with this. Which maybe I'll do right now. Right, because there was... Well, I'm so close to that question mark. I might as well just keep pursuing it. Somewhere around here, there's a puzzle that has... I think it's actually this. I haven't finished this interview either. I need to remember Cryer's interview. I don't want to do an interview at this stage. Really forgetful of what occurred in the Thunderdrone, to be honest. That's 5. So it's somewhere up there. Could this be the path? I think I'm onto something. Yes. Yes, indeed. We are on Lost Puzzle number 2. This is 2 to 3. A 2 to 3 ratio. I really like the Activator puzzles. They've been pretty tough. They are really making you think. And I find them very unique. So, Blue Source. This is the best that we can do. Well. I guess that should be... Maybe that's not entirely true. What does that do for me? Two to 3. we have this, which does nothing. And then we have the possibility of moving this to here, which activates that. But how does that really help me? What am I missing? Whoa. There's also a rogue connector out there somewhere that I haven't really seen since I first saw it. Like I was saying, these are pretty tricky. Oh, you can connect to that too. That inverts. What am I missing about this puzzle? One pressure plate, one emitter, and we have one activator. Does this activate? It doesn't. Oh, hold on. So it does activate the. That would mean I don't have to stand on it. That could be the key. Is there a point to this? Yeah. That's sneaky. Let me stand on it, activate it, and that's how we get this guy. That's good stuff. I'll tell you what. If we pick this up, we're gonna lose it. Which does suck. This is tricky. This is a good puzzle, I'll tell you what. I need to figure out some new stuff. Still not enough to activate that pressure plate. Maybe that is. I thought that's what it was doing. Does it need to be completely submerged? I guess. But so that's the range. So there's no other way for this to occur unless the activator's in there. So we need to advance this activator. And you have to ask yourself how. Fuck. That's difficult. And then we also have an inverter, which there's probably like a red receiver at the end there. This is tricky, but I'm glad we found this little bit of mechanic here, because this is certainly the start. The thing is how does it help me? You know, if we place this all the way back here, it gives the activator something to connect to. But like, what am I not seeing? Is there a spot that it can open all three? That doesn't seem plausible, does it? Actually, kind of does. Although, what does that really do for me? Well, it allows me to grab this. Okay. Progress. Now ask yourself. Yeah. If we left that there, had that here, had this connected at the end. Is that... Not sure. I don't really see how this helps me because it's... Why is it over? Of course that's the solution, but right. It's keeping this force field down because it's covering it. That's why that stays up. So that's a damn good puzzle. Huh. I was so stuck on it needing to cover the pressure plate, which I'm pretty sure was required at first. But then you found this spot that did everything for you. Yeah, I had to work through that one, like, you know, step by step. And I really had to think. Alright. All the puzzles are done in West 2 minus one more star. We also have Melville the Future. Whoa. I've noticed that the Noema design is full of ideas for space travel and colonization. Designs for launch pads and ships, sketches of cities, even an unfinished design for large-scale teleportation between distant planets and interstellar or even intergalactic civilizations of the kind writers like Lane Banks, or is that a capital I? Ion Banks imagined it entirely possible if we wanted. Which leads me to another thought. These bodies we have are so carefully designed to look like our ancestors, but they don't really have to be. In his novels, Banks has intelligent minds like ourselves controlling entire ships, or drones, or even stations. If Alexandra Drennan was right, then it's our shapes that make us human. And what it means to be human can be expanded if we maintain our creativity and our curiosity. With the theory of everything, we could transform ourselves as well as the world. The only question is, can we be trusted to build a society that actually works? Just for once in our long and stupidly bloody history, is something like the culture actually possible? Or is it just a daydream and we'll always end up with another dystopia. Maybe Athena finally found the answer to that question. We have Mayor Herman. I'm sorry, I know Mayor Herman worked hard and helped pull the city out of a period of crisis, but this isn't the future we deserve. None of us. We all deserve better, yeah. We should have listened to Byron. I always told myself all those public debates were boring. Who wants to get involved in city affairs? And lately I've been thinking, yeah, that's why there's so much stuff I'm unhappy about. Because we all collectively gave up trying. Maybe things can finally change. You have no idea how badly I need something new to happen. We have the potential to imagine a better world, and if we can imagine it, then we can make it happen. You are all delusional. Nothing will ever get better. You are only saying that because you've never known a world where things get better. You think the tiny sliver of history you've experienced is all there is, because that's all Mayor Herman has ever allowed you to see, but there is so much more. This is not the place for personal attacks on the mayor. Thread closed. You know, Jeremy, you're starting to look a little like a fucking dictator out here. A little communist not letting us read shit. Anyway, I'm going to refill my Yeti. I'll be right back. Hell yeah, it's nice. I love this product. Okay. Lost puzzles done. 8 main puzzles done. Actually, that's what I wanted to look at, the map. Yep. And we just need one more star. Excuse me. While I do that, hopefully I can play this.
Sometimes new citizens come to me and they want to learn from
I want to rehear this.
My work appears to have created a legend of sorts. In these moments, I understand your situation. I want to teach them, but what they must learn the most is independence of thought. How does one resolve this contradiction? They wish to come along on my journeys, but I do not need a group of fawning acolytes following my every step. A journey truly worth undertaking is rarely easy. And so, I have begun to think of a much greater challenge. A journey that is almost impossible, to the far ends of the world without any mechanized means of transportation. This will be a true act of faith. And they will learn a great deal from it, if we survive.
All right. Yes, this is exactly what I wanted. I think this certainly has something to do with... See, we have a connector that goes from there to there. I don't know the reason yet, but I do have a driller outside of a puzzle. Step 1 of what I believe to be a Pandora's box puzzle, or star puzzle. And there was a driller wall up at 6, I think. That's a rock, sir. I'm really not ready to talk right now to these folks because I'm really trying to focus up. I think it's just around this corner. Yes. This allows us to get out an activator. Gosh, I guess I'll leave it here. Hopefully I don't need it again. We have an activator outside the puzzle. Makes you wonder. It makes you wonder about some things. Like, what can we activate? Can we activate you, Melville? Not quite. But no, well, for one, there's this whole connector path. I think what will help me is finding the damn Pandora statue and then discovering what I actually need to do. Now, if the connector points this way, I can only imagine I need to supply the color from there, from that puzzle. I just don't know what color that would be. It goes just to here, so it's not very far. Ah, but that could activate something for me. Oh, there we go. Another instance of no receiver. So this is simply we need blue to come here, and then it'll activate the star. So Bob said that... Oh, without the sprite. But see, you can do it this way. So I wonder if you can just get the activator from that driller. I wonder if Bob knew that. But maybe there's another way to get one out. So it looks like we need to get blue here. And I should set up a pre-connection so I can hear that. I think that'll do it. Could it be as simple as that? It wasn't as involved as I had thought. But that could be my naivete. I could be getting thrown for a loop here. You never know. In fact... Oh. There we go. Sick. All the stars in this level. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad at all, if I do say so myself. Let's go to the tower.
It is not the voice of God that a prophet seeks in the desert, but the silence of man.
Is that so, Pandora? Is that so? How do I get back home? It's around this corner. This was 4? 3. Some really good puzzles in here. I really enjoyed the Activator. Do we see any question marks? I don't. Maybe it's a good time to catch up with some of the peeps.
Anything I can do for you?
Giant statues, creepy or inspiring?
Both? What do you think?
I was never really creeped out by them. I mean, it's a little creepy. Both.
You get me, 1K.
That's all. You get me, a coot. I'm out of here. You have a good one. Alright. Yes, it is pointing me in the right direction. Yeah, some really great puzzles. Some pretty tough ones. But I like the Activator. I like it a lot. I love the Accumulator. I love the Activator, Teleporter School. All the technology is sick, to be honest with you. But I felt like this one was you had to think differently. And that's what I like, is that you can get into a groove, but the game does force you to think in different ways, due to new technology being introduced every single level. Or, yeah, just about every level, actually. 4 pieces. I'm just going to take what the game gives me right now. It led me astray. Nice. Some really good progress. Nice. All right. There is a large portion of island here that might be worth looking around at. So let's do that real quick. Hopefully not fall off to my death. Gosh, I thought we were going to walk along all of this. And this is a dead end. So what's this? Automatic flashlight? Is it just a little cut through? Alright. Alright. What's this? Alright, also nothing. Weird though. Why would they include that? Nothing hidden that I can see. It's time to ascend. This is so awesome. Who is going to be here? It's gotta be Prometheus. Let's find out. You know, I'm glad there wasn't a Sphinx puzzle with, like, you know, push these switches, pull these levers. On this giant place? No thanks. Oh. It's
a long
Pandora?
time ago, the Sphinx asked you about my story. You said that hope may still be found if we are willing to look for it. And you were right. Hope is not gone from the world. Some small part of it still survives. But it is not in the flame or in these towers. It lives in the hills and the forests, in the rivers and the seas. You were given a world full of hope, creature of clay. It is yours to protect.
I just want to find Byron.
Loyalty is a fine virtue, but do not be blinded by it. A friend may lead you astray, while an enemy speaks only truth.
What? That's not true. You seem wise, but that's not true. What enemies lie all the time? Anthropic Hills. Anthropic.
These beams, do they seem safe to you? It's a giant laser gun. What do you think?
Well put. That is why Pandora is right. There is still hope for us, but it lies in the world that surrounds us, not in a weapon capable of destroying it.
Okay, so I was going to end it, but there is one more thing I need to do. I forgot about Cryer and his interview. Hopefully that's still a thing. So on the YouTube side, I'm going to cut to that right now. So let's go ahead and do that. So I ran into Alcatraz on the way. Let's go ahead and chat with him. Do you think the goal is a myth?
It's possible. I won't trust Prometheus until he actually leads us to Byron, but yeah, seems likely.
Fair.
But even if it is a myth, that doesn't mean we can just abandon it. Myths can contain elements of truth, and I think this one exists for a reason. Maybe we had to create this imaginary founder because the real one lost her way.
Are you sure the founder lost her way?
It's the only way I can explain what she's built here. She got wrapped up in her ideas and lost all sense of perspective.
That's fair. What are your thoughts on the theory of everything?
People have thought they understood everything before. Obviously, Athena has unlocked tremendous powers, but forgive me if I'm skeptical that her theory really encompasses everything.
No, I agree with you. How can anyone know everything?
Not just our ability to know, but our need to know. More equations aren't going to make us any happier.
What do you make of Crier, who I am on the way towards?
Byron couldn't stand him. Have you ever tried asking the mayor a difficult question, he used to say? But I think he does an all right job, to be honest.
Do you ever deal with the mayor's advisors?
I try to stay out of their circuits, and they try to stay out of mine. Helga is an old friend, but the others, they're not my crowd.
Helga. Jeez. How do you feel about Mayor Arminius?
He's smarter than people give him credit for. There's more to some folks than meets the eye, you know.
Sure. What should I do with the data package? What is the data package I have?
Don't overthink it. Just do what feels right.
Damn, Al. You just got all the answers. All right. Let me keep running over to Crier, BRB. Okay. Here is our boy Crier. It's time to resume the interview.
Are you ready now? We've got half the city plugged into the live feed.
I'm ready.
Attention, citizens of New Jerusalem. I'm here with 1K, the first of our kind to use a functioning somnodrome.
Indeed.
Tell us, 1K, what did you see inside?
Well, Bob, Crier. Bugs mostly. A deity, my own self, some kind of subroutine, everything. Nothing, a dream, a manifestation of a conceptual system. I am going to continue on the honesty path. However, what is honesty? Technically, I did see my own self. Right? It was my own subconscious, was it not? Let's say that.
Well, I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say you're handling it with remarkable cool.
Like a
But let's not keep people in suspense. The only evidence of what happened inside that machine is the data stored in your memory banks. Our audience wants to know, what did you learn? And will you share that data?
Well, Crier, I think I will share that data. I've been advised to direct all inquiries to the government. I'm transmitting the data to everyone. Fuck it. I'm sharing it with everyone.
I'm seeing this at the same time you are at home. Something about our moral compiler. The value of compassion and understanding.
Rand's gonna be mad at me.
I don't know what to make of this.
Don't care.
Any comment?
People should draw their own conclusions on what this means. Basically, because I don't get it myself.
1K is right. When our ancestors discovered conductance, they didn't freeze for fear of electrocution. They imagined electronic life and created us. We will approach this data and any other discoveries with that same spirit of curiosity and objectivity.
Just time to hear from a special guest commentator.
Yes. The scholars believe it would be wrong to interpret this data of unknown provenance too literally, and we urge the public to await our full response.
There you have it, folks. A lot here to digest. We'll have further updates on the situation as it develops.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go run back over to the tram system, and I will see you then. I ran into Melville, so let's talk to Melville.
Yes?
Do you think I did the right thing about the Somnodrome?
I do, but I also don't really care all that much. I think what really matters is what we do about the theory of everything. The rest is a footnote.
I should get back to work. Thanks, Melville, for your, great input. To the tram. I can see it. Let's hop in. This was a fun time. We're entering the capsule. Towers 2 of 3 are activated. There is only one more location. My face cam is blocking it. Just for, visibility purpose. Let's do this. Now you can see it. I am back. Let's travel to West 3. This is the High Plain, a high-altitude plateau in the island's western mountain range. The surrounding region often has restricted visibility due to fog. Let's go and hear the dialogue.
Closer. I hope Byron is still okay.
Prometheus seemed to think so. Let's hope he's trustworthy.
I mean, at this point, we have no choice. We're in it to win it. Hopefully. Gotta get Byron. I'm upset about Miranda. Wow. Whoa. Wow. Are those the mayor's advisors? Well, that is going to wrap up part 13. This is episode 13 of my blind playthrough. Oh, Hermanubis cut me off.
But what can its purpose be?
Actually, I can answer this one. In the files 1K downloaded, there's a design for a launch pad for space vehicles. This is about 90% identical.
Is it functional?
Launch pad
I don't think so. Not if the inside is like the other towers.
Good luck with Neo, Bryce. It's tough. I was going to do a session tonight, but it's kind of late. I'll probably start back up next week. But I'm pretty deep in that game. But good luck. Post some videos. Be careful with your use of elixirs, because you don't have that many of them. But you can always kind of grind them for more. But I'm going to wrap this one up. This was part 13. Thanks so much for hanging out. I really want to thank Erin Fitzgerald for the raid of 17 viewers. That was crazy. That was the most people I've ever had at one time. Pretty nerve-wracking, but it was fun. And thanks for all the new subscribers. Coop J23, the Eric Draves, Mr. Bob 5555. Super cool. I really appreciate it. So thanks for hanging out with me. Until next time, peace.